You know what it is. You know who it is. It's Rich Warrior Lifestyle Podcast. I am Trig, the Rich Warrior, and today's episode is about the benefits of good health. We are here live in the HDF studios on Wednesday, coming at you live, baby. Let's get into it, man. Hey, one of the best things I benefited from when I became, when I got good health, what I felt like was good health was that it saved me money. And, I'm already frugal. My motto is frugal and wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Not cheap, but frugal. So the things that I thought about when I came up with this topic, well, for me, saving money meant, I spent a lot less time trying to buy my happiness because I was already feeling good. I was already feeling good. I was taking care of what I felt like needed to be taken care of. And I felt good about that. I got healthy. I sculpted my body, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't have to go party or be with this person or be here and there. I feel good no matter what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel good about it. Like, I feel good about me. You know what I'm saying? I took care of myself. And that's what I noticed, man. I noticed that all the frivolous spending, definitely minimized significantly. You know what I'm saying? So, but some things that I thought about on this topic was, decreasing your medication and medical expenses or completely, eliminating those things, if possible. You know what I'm saying? So, add it up, get out that calculator. No, you should know your expenses and your income anyways, but know how much you're spending on medical visits every year, medication every year, the time that's associated with that stuff, the energy, you could be doing something else. You know what I mean? You could be doing something else with your time and energy and your money. So definitely save, be conscious of that and know. You need to know what you're spending on these things and how, and you can use that as a motivation to get to where you want to be on your chosen objective in health and fitness. Another thing I thought about was that I recently, in the beginning, another thing was, it goes back to expenses, clothing. I used to spend a good amount of money on clothing, and when I wasn't in shape. But when I got in shape, I heard Jeezy say this. He said, clothes. He said, the man make the clothes. Clothes never make the man. If you don't believe that, you ain't seen 100 grand or something along those lines. And that stuck with me. And it's like, and I just pondered on that, like, yo, a lot of this stuff I don't even really, care about after I wear it once or twice. I was buying a lot of clothes, so I like the way new clothes felt. So I'm like, yo, let me find another way to do this and still kind of like, do my thing. Stay in my lane with it. So when I became healthy and fit, almost everything looked good on me, but I still wanted quality, but almost everything looked good on me. So now I got to the point where, I'm wearing, especially my apparel, some nice pants, some cargo pants, which I got on right now, with some jeans and some nice comfortable shoes that look good. I'm good. And, I look good and I feel good, and the clothes look good on me because my body, is fit and I'm healthy. I'm already happy. I'm already in a good mental state, because I got to that level of, good health that I really wanted. So definitely that was another significant thing, man, saving money. And one of the last things that, and I'm gonna give you an example on this, but one of the last things that was significant in saving money was food expenses. Some of y'all like, yo, organic costs more than this and this. Man, this is why I say know your expenses, because this what I did when I started to really, and I just recently, maybe like a year ago, did this. I calculated what I was spending on food. I knew that was like one of my biggest expenses, because I like, because I thought the same thing. Your organic costs more, and I just had to be more savvy and be more precise and know my expenses on what I was spending on food, because I was a truck driver. I still drive trucks, but it's different for me now. So when I calculated it, I'm like, I'm spending this too much on food. This too much on food, and I'm really buying this stuff out of convenience, or really just not being like, and it just made me think like, how can I make this better? A lot of times all you got to do is just think, and I really wasn't asking how. I'm like, I'm a benefit from this. Me knowing that I'm spending too much on food, I'm gonna make this benefit me. So what I did was I calculated my expenses. Man, I was spending, my budget right now is probably spending 400 over my current budget now. What I did with that was I went and bought a car. I used that money that I was spending on food that I, that really, I know I didn't need to spend on. Now that I know I didn't need to spend on it, I bought a car with that, and now it made me more focused and more intentional on what I eat, where I shop, and things like that. So now I'm like I said in previous episodes, now I'm finding these recipes that I believe that I would like. A lot of them that I found I love, and I save them. I got them to this day. And, like I said, I cook twice a week for 3 days at a time, and I fast on the 7th. You know what I'm saying? So when I started to do that and do my meal prepping and stuff like that, man, that really freed up those hundreds of dollars, which allowed me to purchase a new vehicle with that money that makes me more money. You know what I'm saying? So I love it, man. Definitely, it'll help you save some money, man. Good health helps you save money. You just got to be determined to make it happen. Once you decide, man, I believe it's going to happen for you, because it always happens for me. So the next thing on the topic, the next thing I would speak on is increased income. Still about the money. It's still about the money, for sure. It's still about the money. So when I first became healthy, I was working a more physical job, and I noticed I could work out an hour before work. I'm talking about a strenuous one, or whether I'm doing sprints, long distance, high intensity training, HIIT workouts, you know what I'm saying? I would go in there, and we was working out, it's like a dot. So you basically outside, but it's something over the top of, you know what I mean? Keep you from getting wet and stuff like that, or the sun being directly on you. But I noticed that I was getting more done. I was energized, and the heat didn't bother me. None of the temperatures bothered me, for real. Like maybe the cold, but I ran in the cold, so I kind of got used to that as well. But like none of the extreme temperatures bothered me. In fact, I was sweating less, and I didn't really understand. And to this day, I can't really pinpoint it. Only thing I can say, I was used to it from my workouts. I was putting myself in these extreme temperatures on purpose, because I was, doing it as like a mental exercise as well. Like looking at it like I'm doing something positive for myself. So let me push myself past these anxieties, uncomfortabilities, these fears and stuff like that, because I'm doing this for a good purpose. So it's okay to be a little bit, anxious or nervous or whatever the case may be, or tired or exhausted, because I'm doing something positive. But definitely increase my productivity, which, gave me more recognition and respect at that job for sure. Another thing would be less sick days, little to no sick days. You know what I'm saying? More money in your pocket. Some companies let you cash out on sick days if you don't take them. And another thing, when you're healthy, you perceive yourself, or you envision yourself living longer. So therefore you prepare now financially to take care of yourself in those older ages. and things like that. So you're more strategic with your finances and things like that. And you're focused on increasing your income to take care of yourself later. And basically, I do that as well, so we definitely looking to take care of ourselves in the future. Another thing on the list would be, another thing that I noticed, it was easier to increase my income because the people at these companies see you physically and experience and having communications with you, whether it's interview, just talking to you, things like that. They perceive you in a higher status or standard than most people when you have good health. Somebody see you, you're in good shape. You seem to have good mental and emotional status. Well, you seem to be more mentally and emotionally healthier than other people. Then you stand out. You stand out to them. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to do as much. You don't have to, you don't have to do all of the extra stuff. Make sure my resume is like this, even though, strive to be perfect in everything, to do your best in everything, but it is easier to win people over, especially with these companies that could employ you and things like that, or you're doing business with someone, collaborating with someone. It definitely makes you stand out more when you're healthy, for sure. The next thing on the list is dating and relationships. Man. It's so much more easier to date and just to get in, friendly relationships when you have good health, because for the same reason that these companies will want to hire you, you just seem like an asset to their lives. Like you seem like somebody they can talk to or ask for advice. You know what I mean? The perception of you is very positive when dating, and especially with, when I go out, women, they tend to like stare sometimes, and I'm getting a lot of looks without doing nothing. I'm not wearing, I don't got no designer clothes on. I ain't pulling up in nothing too crazy, nothing, and I'm getting that attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely getting that attention, especially when I get that fresh retwist in that lineup, man. It's over. It's over. And I ain't did nothing. I haven't did nothing. I haven't asked them anything. I haven't even looked their way. I'm just looking around and see them staring at me or looking at me, man. It's easier to date for sure, or to get a date. And it's easy to date. There's girls that I took out on dates and, they just like, they very into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing nothing over the top. I'm just being myself. I'm shining in my character that I really am anyways. I'm shining there, but everything else is just to add on it. Like, yo, he seems healthy. He's in shape. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like, looking good. You feel me? Like, so same thing with women. Like, when you in shape, like the men are on it. They like, yo, I'll do a little more than I would do, especially me. Like, cause I don't even be looking for dates and things like that. But when I see a woman that's fit, it's like, that's a good sign that this could possibly be a good friendship or, more close relationship, or somebody you could date, for sure, man, definitely. Another thing that I noticed, and it took some time, but you definitely it didn't even really take a lot of time, but you get more respect from your family, your friends, and your community, definitely. So I'm just, when I first started off, I'm just going crazy with the workouts. I'm running every day. I don't care if it's raining. I'm just going crazy. I'm doing everything that I know I should do, eating better, but I'm really going hard though, like, cause to me it was about sculpting my body and being fit. It won't know I'm gonna do more. Nah, it's both. I'm going hard at both. So over time, that influenced my family. You know what I'm saying? That influenced my family to get on their workouts and eating better and things like that without me, even really speaking about it too much. So I might talk about it because it was something that I'm just more interested in anyways, you know what I'm saying? But they definitely, I seen that definitely rub off on them, respect me in other areas in my life. So if they seen me do this from where I started, 30 pounds overweight, drinking every day, smoking, popping pills, hustling, you feel me, to now in shape, abs, body cut up, free of illnesses and diseases, never get sick, you know what I'm saying? High energy, seems happier, mental clarity, you know what I mean? He's reading more, he's has more control of his emotions. That they like, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people will try to trigger you. Not even sometimes, but I mean, people do stuff like that. They try to trigger you when just, I can't even explain why, but people try to trigger you. They say things and they do things to get a reaction out of you. And once they start to see less and less of that, then, you know what I'm saying? Because my thing is like, people that are unhealthy, they unhealthy not just in their body, they unhealthy in they mind, their attitude, you know what I'm saying? They not well. So it's like I thought of that, I considered that when I spoke to people, not just family and friends, just day-to-day people in the community. It's like, yo, this person, you know what I'm saying, is probably not as healthy as me, and practice mental health and practice having good mental health and emotional health and physical health and, all aspects of wellness and things like that. So it's like, I do less of feeding into it. But I did have a situation where I had to spaz on somebody, and it was more of a respect thing. And it's like, and this person I haven't seen in years, it was more of a respect thing. So I'm like, things like that. And my motto is, man, if I go in on you, I'm gonna enjoy it. Even though I'm mad, I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it. And once I'm done, I'm done. I'm leaving it alone. Period. It can stay with you because you're the instigator anyways. I don't start nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I will finish it sometimes with a smile in my heart. And I might not be smiling at that point, but it's a smile. I'm feeling good. Next thing on the list, man, self-confidence and a positive self-image. Man, when you take yourself from nothing to something, yourself, your body, your mind, your emotions, you know what I'm saying? Your thought process. When you improve that significantly, bro, that's one of the best feelings in the world. That's because you the power. You the power. Everything outside of you don't have no control over you. You the power. So once you tune that thing up, you know what I'm saying? Get you right. Once you become healthy, you know that you're the power. And you know that if I could do this, and it was tough, and I could do this, I could use a similar formula and processes to do anything else. I've learned law with that mindset and the attitude that I have from, becoming healthy. I've learned software engineering. I've learned doing what I'm doing now, podcasting, shooting my own videos, recording them, editing. I significantly increased my income. Like I told you guys, and I didn't tell that story, but I probably increased my income maybe like a year later, 50,000. I think it was like 20 and then 50,000. And then it just grew from there, just from that self-confidence and the perception of the companies that, hired me and things like that, of who I was. And they wasn't wrong. They wasn't wrong because I did what I said I was gonna do. But definitely that self-confidence and that positive self-image, man. You can see yourself in a positive light. You see yourself doing positive, great things because you know you're in control. If you could do this, you can get yourself healthy and fit. I believe you could do anything. I really do. I really do believe you could do anything because it's tough in the beginning and it's never super easy because I'm the type of guy that I like to keep growing. I like to push myself. I like high intensity, but you learn to enjoy it. And definitely after, like not shortly after, you're a little exhausted, you're tired, whatever. But after that, man, you feel so good and energized. Man, you feel so good. And that leads me to another topic, yo, improved sleep. Man, I sleep so good after I work out, man. I work out, I eat, you know, do whatever I need to do. Then, you know what I'm saying? I follow my sleep process that helps me sleep, and then I'm out. I'm out, knocked out. Man, that helped me so much improve sleep. In the beginning, I still wasn't getting the sleep that I get now, but I was getting good sleep because I was so exhausted. Sometimes I ain't even eat. I might drink a smoothie and just take a shower, go to sleep, knocked out. Wake up super energized. You know what I'm saying? And hey, that's gonna segue to another topic, man. That improved sleep. So the benefits of good health. Another one is more energy and improved decision making. And it goes back to, increased productivity. I had the energy, the physical energy to do that. And the improved decision making, man, you kind of get clarity. Like after them workouts, so while you working, when you working out, you only thinking about, I'm only thinking about proper form and pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. And, I'm doing everything that I need to do to target those, whatever that exercise is intended to strengthen or exercise. I'm focused on that. You're not thinking about nothing else after that. And when you're exhausted, you're not thinking about nothing else but keeping your breath and your desired results. Like how's this gonna get you closer to your health and fitness objectives. You're not really thinking about what happened here and what happened there. You're exhausted. You're tired. You focused. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you learn to love it. So once you did it, you like, I know why I'm doing this. I love it. I know why I'm doing this. I know the benefits of me doing this. So definitely improves your decision making because you end up getting that clarity. Like for me, it's like nothing else really matters, man. Like I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like while I'm, you know what I mean? And you getting those toxins out of your body. You're eating better. That will change the way you think. That will change the way you perceive things and look at things and sense things. And you start to see like, if I shouldn't eat this, then I probably shouldn't be around this person, or I probably shouldn't work here, or I should probably work here. Let me go here where these people are, you know what I'm saying? They're more positive, they more health conscious, they more this. You get to use them same thought processes that helped you become healthy in all the other areas of your life. It improves your decision-making skills significantly because you want to prove everything in your life, but starting with you, your body is yours. Your mindset is yours. Your thoughts are yours. Why not take control of it in the right direction that you should be in? Get them abs, man. Get slim down where you need to slim down. Get those strong legs and arms, whatever you want, or you just want to be, lose some weight and have some more energy. Do that. And once you do that, you're like, yo, I did it. What can I do in my relationships? How can I clean that up? Make that more healthier. What can I do about my finances? How can I clean that up? How can I make that better, improve that? How can I continue this health and fitness journey? Because it shouldn't be nothing short term. It should be a lifestyle that you enjoy. And that's why I'm here to help you guys create a lifestyle that you enjoy. I'm just a guide. I speak from experience, knowledge, and intuition. A lot of my intuitions, I see the results of because I feel strong about it. I experiment with it and I make it happen. And I hear other people talking about it and certain things I can be like, yo, I agree with that. I've done that. Like, that's true. And other things is like, it may be true, but it's not foundational. It's more of it's more of an opinion. Certain things are foundational And certain things are just like opinion based or, you know, just for particular people and things like that. But certain things, you know, just it's better to do. It's more of a foundational principle. But man, I'm glad y'all kicked it with me, man. We're having an amazing time here in the studio. I stay turned up. So, hey, man, thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in again on another Wednesday. And we spell Wednesday Winsda, Wednesday, because we here to win. Rich Warrior Lifestyle, baby.